Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bold eye with a black lip as per requested on my Facebook page. Also, I'm going to be telling you guys a story time about the time me and some friends partied in an abandoned house. So I'm going to do pretty much the exact same thing base wise. So I'm just going to rush through that as I'm doing the story time because I don't have time to like stop and be like this. Otherwise, the story is going to be all over the place and I'm going to forget a lot. So I'm just going to do my makeup as I tell the story. And then as for like anything that I haven't shown you already in my past video, like the new stuff that I'm going to be using, that's what I'll actually like stop and tell you what I'm using. So first I'm going to put on this primer and we're going to get started. Alright, so the abandoned house was across the street from my parents' house. No longer their house. So yeah. Anyways, this abandoned house, we usually took like our old beds and stuff. Like if we didn't want beds and like if say like we didn't want a bed and we got a new bed or whatever, the old bed we would drag over to the abandoned house. So that like we had one of our old couches, we had a couple old beds, you know, stuff like that. Just chilling at the house for like a couple months before this party even happened. So that's where we did the party. We ended up planning the party while we were at school. Like we were like, we really need to do something this weekend. We're all bored, you know, whatever. So we decided to throw a party at the abando. So we all got ready and, you know, made up our excuses as to why. I mean, my parents kind of knew what was going on. They thought we were just having a sleepover. They didn't know we were having like a full-on party. So that's why they were like kind of okay with it. They weren't, yeah. Anyways, so this party consisted of a lot of people actually. I'm not going to name any actual names. So if any names have to come up in the story, I'm just going to make a fake name. Except for like my sisters, of course, like because they're my sisters. There's no point. Alright, so we went to this abandoned house after school and one of my guy friends just kicked in the door and then we started cleaning because obviously it's an abandoned house. It's not going to look amazing on the inside. So we started cleaning. There was like broken glass all over the floor and just trash everywhere and a lot of dust and like just dirt everywhere. We live in the desert, so like if a window broke and there was like a lot of wind, there's going to be dirt. So, we decided to clean the whole place. We got like candles in there so that we have light when it got dark because it's abandoned. And then eventually we started, you know, smoking and drinking and stuff like that, like pre-party stuff. And we ended up tagging the whole place. So like a friend of mine had markers. So we ended up tagging like the walls with like quotes that we really liked, and we tagged this one wall with like our initials and stuff like that, which was probably the stupidest thing that we did the whole night. So everybody starts showing up and that's when it started getting a little more heated. Like there was a lot of people there and obviously we didn't want the cops called. So when everybody got there, I asked if they could just like be quieter than the music at least. Like, you know, talk amongst yourselves, don't like yell or whatever. Because we've had the cops called on us before for going into this abando. It's just we never ever like decided, oh, we should throw a party in it. And of course, there was beds and couches and stuff like that. So like everybody had a place to sleep at that point. And we made sure that if the cops did show up, we had a backup plan. The only problem was there was 3 doors. So there was 2 back doors and 1 front door. And the front door was still locked at this point. And then one of the back doors was still all boarded up. So it was kind of hard to get out of the place if they surrounded it, because it was like a really small little house from like the 70s or something. Like it was a really old looking house on the inside because it had a lot of like really old like kitchen supplies and stuff like that. Like Sorry, it's like really hard to talk when you're like beating the crap out of yourself with a beauty blender. So we're all drinking and partying, having a good time, but I ended up getting in my feelings because me and a boyfriend had broken up after like, I don't know, I think it was like 6 months or something like that. And me and this boyfriend had broken up, but we were both at the same party. And so I drank some liquid courage, and because my emo self had safety pins like all over my backpack, I took a safety pin, I opened it, and I shoved it through my nose. And everybody came in, they were like freaking out because I had a safety pin in my nose and I was bleeding, and it was just not a good time. So all that crazy stuff happened, and then more crazy stuff happened that I really don't remember. I just remember the commotion that happened because of it. One thing I do remember though, as we got on with the night, one of my friends, he decided that he was drunk enough to play with candles. So he took one of the candles that was like about like this much like melted, because obviously I have a lot of candles. I love candles. So I brought my candles to not only make the place smell better, but like to have light at night. So he picked one of the candles up and he was playing with it, and he burnt himself, and then he dropped the candle on the floor, and literally instantly as he dropped the candle on the floor, he decided to roll around in the glass and the melted wax and everything like that. And that was something else. That was a lot. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my base real quick just to like get it out of the way so that I'm not just sitting here trying to do my makeup and tell the story at the same time and then only getting one thing done. Alright, so now that I'm done with my base, I'm going to go ahead and go into my smoky eye, and I'm going to dip into this palette. It's the Beauty Bar FX Eye Luxe collection. So it looks like this. It has a pretty big mirror, and then all of the shimmers in it, which I thought was really cool. All the shimmers have like little triangles around them, just like surrounding their little pan. I'm just gonna take the cream color out of this. It's literally just called cream, and I'm just gonna put that on my eye. So that's just like a pretty dark cream color, honestly. Like, it's not as light as I thought it was gonna be, but it's not that bad because I'm going to be making a smoky eye, so it's gonna get more intense anyways. I'm just using it as a base. Alright, and now I'm going to go into the Brown Sugar palette by ColourPop. It has a lot of really nice brown tones. It also has this orange. And this one is like a dual color. It's like blue and brown for some reason. I don't know. I like it a lot though. It's actually some pretty nice, has some pretty nice pigmentation. So I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to take Chai, which is this one right here, and just put it on my outer corner. And I didn't forget about the story. I'm going to tell you the rest of it as soon as I'm done with my eye, and then I won't have to explain everything. Alright, and now I'm going to dip into this one that is called Jamocha. It's a little bit darker, pretty much just brown, pretty much. Pretty much just brown, pretty much. That's what my brain told me to say. Wow. Alright, so it's a little on the orangey side. I'm going to take another fluffy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and neutralize out the brown tones. And I'm gonna go in with this one called Chalk, so it's just like a more chocolatey color. And I'm just gonna put that in the same exact place. Alright, and now I'm going to go in with a little bit of ginger mixed with this sad, oh my gosh. This is what I was gonna cry about in the last video. I'm probably gonna cry about it again in this one. This is so depressing. This was always my favorite shade. It's so pretty. Like, I'm just wiping it on my couch. It's fine. Alright, so I'm going to go in with just a regular little packer brush. And I'm going to go in with ginger right on the inner corner and then onto the base of my lid, just to make it a little bit more poppy. I don't know how to say that. It's gonna make your eye pop, especially if you have green eyes. Brown tones are really, really nice on green eyes. All right, and then I'm gonna go into this broken, sad shade and go right back over it, and then that's gonna make it look like a little more bright and also dark. But these are a lot nicer mixed together for some reason, especially as inner corner shades. Alright, so I'm going to go right back into the brown sugar palette, and I am going to go back into that chalk color with this same brush and just go right underneath my eye. Alright, I'm going to cut it right here, and I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera. Really all I'm going to do is put on some mascara, finish this other eye, and then I'll be back to put on my lipstick and tell you the rest of the story. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I just went ahead and did this other eye, and I did my lip because it's just black lipstick. It is Friday by, I believe, ColourPop. I'm almost 100% sure, but it's no longer on the bottle, so I guess I can't tell. So anyways, on with the story. It was the end of the night. My best friend at the time, went into one of the rooms. Everybody else was all cuddled up on the couch. My friend went into the room with her like new boo or whatever. So everybody was like up in couples. We were all watching like YouTube videos and Netflix and stuff like that, like getting ready for bed. And then we hear two people get up from the other side of the couch, and it's our other friends. Obviously, like, it was just a big party full of friends, but it was our other friends, my close friends, that walked into the bedroom while my best friend was doing the nasty, and they said very loudly so that everybody else could hear them, but they said player 3 and player 4 have entered the game. And then my best friend came and ran to me and ended up sleeping next to me. So we all calmed down and stuff like that. We were all like, you know, finally starting to go to bed. And then we hear, whoop, whoop. The cops showed up, essentially. So we had this backup plan in the very beginning that we had a tent set up in our front yard at my parents' house, so that like if cops showed up, we could just like run down the alley and get to my parents' house and hide in this tent, because they're not gonna look at a tent, you know, and if they do, we're gonna just be like, we're camping. They wake up my parents, we're camping, you know? There was no proof that it was us, except for all of our initials on one of the walls. But, you know, we were like younger, so we weren't very bright. So we all ended up scattered all over, you know, the neighborhood and stuff like that. People ended up in my friend across the way's backyard. My other friend on the streets, like, house, you know, my tent that I had set up. Some people ended up going back to the abando and sleeping there. And then in the morning, we all like met back up at the abando and like did it all over again. All right, so that was the time that we threw a party in an abandoned house, and also my makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you guys subscribe and like. It would mean the absolute world to me, because obviously this is my passion and it makes me really, really happy to make you guys happy. Go ahead and share with your friends, do whatever you want with this video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment down below saying what you guys would like to see next, makeup wise. Maybe a specific story you guys would like to hear, like the first time I ever got high, the first time I ever got drunk, whatever, you know, whatever you guys want to see, let me know. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, babes.